Yo, I had this idea. If anybody wants to call me and argue with me about something that they disagree with me on, go ahead, give me a call. My number is 720-231-3046. Call me on the weekends or at night. On the grounds that I get to record the conversation, put it on YouTube. I think that would just be awesome. Recording conversations and put them on YouTube. I guess if you want to call me and like we can rub each other's nuts or whatever. I mean, that'd be cool. But you know, I like stimulating my brain, like arguing somebody, you know, making myself come up with a new explanation for something, and then they come up with a new explanation, and then I come up with a new explanation with them. Buddhists do that. I was in Lhasa 10 years ago, and I went to this like monastery, and there was like hundreds of these Buddhist monks. Just like there'd be monk on monk, and they'd be like da 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 talking all fast and yelling, you know, not angry, but like talking really loudly and fast, and then they'd always be like smacking their hands together, like psh, and like I guess they do that when they make their point at the end of the sentence, and they're arguing stuff. They're thinking for themselves and arguing like basic philosophical points and concepts, and that's like that. That's just the funnest thing I can imagine doing, is doing that with somebody who I disagree with on somebody. Now, you know, doing exchange videos is cool because you get to, you know, nobody interrupts you. You get to talk for 10 minutes. But nobody ever responds to my videos. There's actually one dude who responded to one of my videos who I haven't gotten back yet with, but that's only one video. Or it was 2 videos. I should get back with him and watch those videos and get back with him. But that's only 2 videos. And that's a great way to do it, video with video with video. But how about a phone conversation? You can get it. You can go. You know, cover a lot more space and a lot less time that way on a phone conversation, huh? Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, I'd love to even listen to one of those. I haven't heard any of those on YouTube. Man, maybe if somebody called me, it would be the first people on YouTube to do that. I have heard a couple of phone conversations. Magenta Pixie 2012, I think is her name. I heard her do a phone conversation with some, was it Red Ice Radio guy or some other dude, and but you know, they're all like people who agree with each other talking, you know, and it's like, I'm more into like the argumentations. And let's see, other phone conversation I heard, let's see, Jessica Mystic talk with Peter Schiaff or whatever, talking about monsters on Mars and time travel back to the Civil War and stuff. And that was interesting. But, you know, it's 2 people talking. I mean, that's kind of like what people do. You got people like on Coast to Coast radio channel, you know, George Noory interviews some dude talking about something interesting, and they have to like, he's asking this guy questions, and then he answers the questions. You know, like my friend, let's see, Duncan Campbell interviews people. You know, and he talks a lot too, and so they're both talking. But I haven't heard any, but then, you know, you get, all I've heard from people arguing is like Crossfire kind of stuff. Kind of, you get on like on Fox, where they're like, they have to argue like a really complicated point, and they have like 30 seconds to do it. So they're screaming at each other, cutting each other off, and then it's like, okay, well, back to the next segment. And it's like, damn, dude, don't you ever want to get to the end of the freaking argument? Like, it's like, I mean, we've got all the time in the world, you know, it's eternity. You know, we've got a whole eternity to do it. Why do we have to, you know, run out of time and get to the next thing, you know? I mean, there should be like a whole half hour where 2 people go at it on one thing. And I'm sure maybe there are things like that. I don't watch enough TV, but you'd have to look far and wide to find something like that. And if anybody knows of a TV show where they do that, I'd love to hear about it and try to, like, you know, YouTube it or something. But I mean, to do like telephone conversations where you're talking, arguing something, that'd be cool, you know. I mean, I know nobody would. I think I'll even send this video to some certain people who are dicks. Like there's this like racists who don't like me, and then there's people who, I guess I said where Buddhism went wrong. They think I'm like anti-Buddhist because I said that. And then of course my "You Should Believe in God" video, and all those people who don't like me, and they're dicks too, man. I mean, you could tell, like, if I were to have a phone conversation with them, they would be so easy to destroy because they're dicks. And dicks are idiots, and idiots are fucking easy to win battles with, arguments with, man. And they might even yell, but I don't know if I'd want that, because then they'd yell, and then I'd upload the video, and then they get embarrassed, and then they'd like get all vindictive with me, you know. So it'd have to be like we make it really, 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 really clear that I'm going to upload it onto YouTube, and then they would, of course, if they get that through their head that that's really going to happen, then they'd probably be more serious and grounded and calm and intelligent about it. But seriously, nobody's going to call me anyways. It's probably my best interest because it's extra time, and I mean, I should definitely I haven't even researched my minutes if it's what hours it's free, but I think after 9 it's free, and on weekends it's free, but I should make sure about that. But yeah, if anybody wants to, call me to argue with me about something, there's plenty of people who hate my guts, I know that, but I'm sure those people, but all those people who hate me, none of them have their own videos, man. Only like one person I've seen has their own video, and they don't even talk about anything real. It's just like silly stuff. So, if somebody can't even, and they, fake name, no video, just there's no way they're gonna call me. But anyway, it's just an idea. Seems like a cool thing to do. I'd love to, if anybody knows of a YouTube channel where they actually do that, I'd love to know about it, because I'd love to hear those conversations. They make you more smarter, don't they? You got to dig deep. I think that the future of education should be like that, where people argue. I never argued with anybody in school. My school was crap. I never got to write anything, never got to argue anybody any once. So it was like, that's what education needs to be about. So let's get caught up. Let's get going. Let's make this a cool thing to do, eh? Give me a call, 720-231-3046. My name's Kyle. Alrighty, that's about that.